and welcome to the January Street Studios tutorial series. My name is Eric Sanford, and in this video I will be explaining how to identify chromatic musical pitches on the treble clef staff. If you need a refresher on the natural pitches or how to determine the name of the pitch, check out the video in the link. Let's review a little about the pitches on the staff. We know the musical alphabet includes the names A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. We know that if it's round, it makes a sound, and that round part of the note determines the pitch name and sound based on where it is on the staff. We can also recall from the previous video that there are several ways to identify the pitches if you're not familiar with them. You may have noticed all the natural notes were on the white keys of the piano chart. But what happens if the note has a flat or sharp next to it? We call notes with a flat or sharp chromatic pitches. A flat lowers the note by a half step, and a sharp raises the note by a half step, but only in sound. Visually, we still see the note on the same line or space. It has the same name, it just has a flat or sharp to the side. Let's take a look at an example. We can identify this note as G, the second line up. What happens when we place a flat sign in front of it? The note sounds slightly lower. It's still on the same line, it's not quite an F, so we call it G flat. Let's look at another example. We can still identify this same note as G. What happens when we place a sharp sign in front of the note? This time, the sharp makes the sound slightly higher. Not quite an A, but not a G. So we call this one G sharp. An F becomes F sharp, an E becomes E flat, a B becomes B flat, and so on. If you haven't noticed, the flats and sharps appear on the black keys of a piano. Let's review chromatic pitches. 1. They appear on the same line or space as the natural note on the written music. 2. They can have a flat or sharp sign to the left of them. 3. The flat makes the pitch sound slightly lower, while the sharp makes the pitch sound slightly higher. We will study how chromatic notes affect scales, key signs, and chords in a later video. For now, practice identifying the pitches on the lines and spaces with and without the flat and sharp signs. Join us for the next tutorial when we take a look at the bass clef natural pitches. See you next time.